Good day traders, and welcome back to another episode of the RMD Trader Weekly Market Fix, where we will discuss 5 popular markets to see what is happening and what can be expected in terms of trade opportunities for the week. This week, amongst other things, we will point out a very interesting occurrence on the NASDAQ and also look at the failed head and shoulders on USDJPY and what this means in terms of a great new trading opportunity. Starting today by looking at our US indices, specifically the NASDAQ, we have a very interesting scenario currently playing out, and I want you guys to look back at the 5th of April when we had this very clear price action reversal on the yearly pivot and also the convergence area of both the daily 100 as well as the daily 200 SMA. Then exactly 1 month later, on the 5th of May, we had the same pattern happening with rejection of the yearly S1 pivot and also that daily 21 EMA. And then, of course, we have the current rejection that we are seeing, once again, very similar to the previous two. The only problem is this time we're not rejecting any major SMAs or a major yearly pivot. So that might mean that we will just see a retest of this breakout that we had on last week, Monday. Or perhaps it could mean that we see continuation to the downside. But for that to happen, I'd like to see, first of all, a break below 12,280, leading to the bearish target at 11,200. However, if the buyers continue to step in and we do remain above the daily 21 EMA, I suspect we'll likely see a deeper correction, perhaps towards our yearly S1 once again. As we can see, we do have our daily 50 and daily 100 SMAs both converging once again on this area. A short trigger will probably be a low below last week's low at 12,440. Looking also now at UK Brent crude oil. This is a setup we've previously discussed, and what I do like about this is we have this area that previously acted as a resistance, but then after we had the breakout, we had this retest on Thursday that has now rejected both the monthly pivot and the daily 21 EMA with some good follow through on Friday. So this is leading me to believe that we will get a target area or a test of this target area rather at about 128. That is the yearly R3, so that should act as a strong resistance once again, also considering the fact that that was previously our swing highs. The weekly pivot is sitting at 119.20, so we might still see a short dip to close this pivot area before continuing higher. But of course, since we have a successful breakout, the probability does remain that we will see continuation to the upside. Perhaps just quickly looking at gold as well. Gold also saw a breakout on Friday back above that daily 21 EMA, which it has mostly lost for the last 2 months almost. Unfortunately, on Friday we once again got a close below it. However, we do now also have automatically a close of the weekly pivot sitting at 1850 exactly. So I suspect if we can get if you can clear Friday's high at 1875, it could trigger some momentum leading to initial target area of I'd say the week monthly R1 at 1,900. And should we clear that area, perhaps not this week, but perhaps next week, that could see a target towards this area at 1,950. In terms of support, we do have strong major support in line with our yearly pivot and this major long-term diagonal, both converging at this area between 1815 and about 1825. So this area would act as strong support should price move into this area. A break below that area, of course, would be very bearish. But overall, I suspect we could still see that breakout to the upside happening this week. Looking at our cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin mostly moving sideways. We are continuing to see a consolidation. We have a clearly defined range in terms of the highs of the 31st of May, coinciding with the current monthly pivot at 32,300 to 32,400, and of course the lower range confirming with that daily diagonal support. So a break below support, or of course a break above resistance, will likely see the next major move occurring. In terms of the bearish move, a break below the diagonal will likely see a move towards the yearly S1 first. That would be at 26,500. That will also retest the lows from mid-May. It's possible that we will see buyers stepping in this area. However, if they do not, there's a very good chance we can see a further sell-off towards the area of 20,000. In terms of a correction to the upside, we will obviously need to see price clear this monthly pivot at 32,000, and that could see price heading as high as perhaps 37,600, and that will be where we have our daily 100 SMA, of course, also acting as resistance along with this previous breakout area to the downside, which would then act as a retest area. Finally, and to conclude, let's have a look at the USDJPY. And what we have here is previously we identified this head and shoulders pattern, which broke out to the downside quite nicely, starting to head towards the target area at 123, but then found some support from the daily 50 SMA. And instead of continuing down, we then saw the invalidation of this head and shoulders pattern, with price clearing the right shoulder at what was that level, 129, and that means the invalidation target would be in the vicinity of our current monthly R2 at 133. So that will also, of course, be in line with continuation of the current bullish trend. That concludes our video for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this video helpful. Until next time, we wish you all the best of your trading, and as always, trade smart and trade successful.